remember when our friend Mike was so scared that he was just throwing up everywhere? In the middle of the woods. So, has anyone heard of snipe hunting?
Yes, let's go snipe hunting. Yes, we know.
If you want to go snipe hunting, just hit us up.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
and we will take you snipe hunting.
Yes, snipe hunting.
Snipes are these glowing frogs. Okay, they glow in the dark.
And still somehow when they glow in the dark, they are still almost impossible to see.
Yeah.
So you have to go deep into the woods to find them.
Deep in the woods.
It's very, very hard. I mean, you're talking like archaeological digs almost, like that type of commitment.
Yeah.
You got to go in and go hard with it. It's very hard to find them.
And flashlights are a no-go. You have to use glow sticks because then you kind of look like the snipes.
And they get comfortable and they come out and say hi.
Yeah.
And you can't use a flashlight because obviously you're shining a light.
Absolutely.
It's not going to glow in the dark if you shine a light.
So we go out into the middle of the woods, okay? Mike, he's already tripping. He's like, man, I
think if I remember right, I believe he was scared of the dark, but he didn't want to admit to it.
No.
So yes, and he was terrified, like shaking. But I think at the very beginning, he hit it very well. Though in the very beginning, he hit it very well.
He's one of those tough guys.
He was just like kind of shaking.
I'm a tough guy.
Bit. Yeah. The next thing you know, it was I found one, and everybody just bolted and left him. And literally, you could hear the kids screaming. Literally, it was one of those, like, we all just happened to get together, and it was like, found it, and just took off. And we all did the elbow bump. It was like, found it, and just took off running. I went one way, you went another way, your brother went a different way, a couple other friends that were with us, because it was a group of us. Just everybody took off in the wrong direction because there was nothing to find. But we all just took off in opposite directions. And the next thing you know, you just hear this kid, hey, guys! Oh my God! Where are you?
So we're all back at the truck. We are all back at the truck. And our father figure, he legitimately...
He knew where we all were. He seen us. He was hiding off in the distance.
He's making noises. He's like...
He like tapping sticks on trees and stuff. He walked up at one point, like started shaking some bushes and stuff. Oh my gosh, he was like the man. He was the man that sneaked around because nobody heard him doing anything. And the next thing you know, like on one side, he's like doing some bush moving, and then all of a sudden, like we heard tapping on a tree on the other side. I was like, how the heck is he getting him? What? Like, it was nuts.
So we are all back at the truck, legitimately, dude. Mike,
just hanging out.
Dude, just out of nowhere, comes running up. You're like, legitimately.
And we're like, wait, guys, what's that noise? Is that somebody throwing up? Hey, I think so. Hold up.
Dude.
Where's Mike? How? There's one of us missing. We gotta go find him. Oh, it was hilarious. And next thing you know, he's like right next to the truck, throwing up. Because he was so stinking scared. It was hilarious. Well, then we finally get him to come down, get him in the truck, and then our said father figure comes up and starts knocking on the truck. And he starts freaking out. Like Mike's on like the passenger side or something like that. And, like he sneaks up to the driver's side, like starts knocking on the door.
It's trimmers.
And it was a small truck. It was like a Ford Ranger or something like that. Dude, so like it wasn't that hard. He grabbed the bed of it and like started shaking it. And obviously it's not a heavy truck, so it's easy to shake it. Oh my gosh, guys, we're gonna die!
And this is like 15 years old. You know, it's like
we were young. We were definitely young.
We shouldn't have been afraid like that.
Yeah. Then you mentioned trimmers. Do you remember that? He literally said like when he was at home, like he had trimmers outside of his house.
He lived in a trailer, so he's just talking about trimmers and how they were real. He's like, no man, for real, dude. He's like, the trimmers were shaking. I was like, that's called
I walked out of my house. I walked out of
thunder.
the trailer and I went to go to the car, and literally you could see it just like going over the dirt and stuff, and literally it wouldn't let us leave. I couldn't get so far away from the trailer, and I had to run back inside.
I just want to know what kind of drugs was he on.
I am pretty sure that I legitimately asked him, hey, where was Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, dude, where's Kevin Bacon? When you meet him, when you need him. Where's Burt Reynolds?
Come on! So many degrees of bacon, and yet you weren't there to save our lives. What the crap?
Man, no. Too funny.
Dude, that kid was he was a funny dude. He was entertaining though.
Yeah.
You gotta give him that. He always had a story. And he was the best sound effects guy you could ever meet.
That facts, dude.
Wah! When I was like kicking it in gear. Dude,
it's like your car, no sound. I mean, you could have like elevator music.
And you're just sitting there. Nope, not with him. It was straight up like.
Bicycles?
That trimmer was trying to get us, and I was like kicking it in like second gear. Whoa! I'm like, second gear doesn't.
Dude, he's
go
the
that
most
loud.
animated dude I know. Like legit. It don't matter. He'd be on his bicycle. Man, I was pedaling. I'm like, dang, dude. It's like, yo.
I'm pretty sure you're about to have a heart attack just trying to tell us this story. How did you live through this story?
And you survived? Man.
How is your heart, bro? Do we gotta go to the hospital? Because you are about to die.
Put the caffeine down.
But hey, the most entertaining kid I think we've had in a long time. He was probably the most entertaining kid that we had in our childhood. He told the best stories.
That is true. Like
the rest of us were too real, so if it was a boring story, we were just like, yeah, and then we did this, we did that. Yeah. This kid would take
a boring story.
The most boring walk to the gas station, he would make it sound like the most epic journey to Lord of the Rings.
Like for real. And I was walking through the forest of death.
And Mordor just... Sodom gave us sarcastic spells on us.
And I lost the
Frodo takes off running with the ring. Sam is chasing him down, and I'm trying to keep up with both of them, but they're little hobbits, so I couldn't find them in the tall grass.
Yeah, and I lost the shoes, so I really couldn't.
And all I want to do is go to the Polar Pop shop to get a Polar Pop, and I got Sam Ding over here.
Someone, please. I was thirsty. I'm just trying to get a drink.
Elder Scrolls starts playing in the background. Like, what the crap? Skyrim's coming down on all of us.
That's what I loved about him, dude.
And literally, you're only a block away from the house? Yeah, dude, I hadn't even got halfway to the gas station yet.
No? Jesus!
Then what happened the rest of it? Oh, let's get started.
Oh, you don't want to know. So that shoe I lost? Yeah, then I lost a sock.
And then my pants got ripped. So when I started off with jeans, they had to become jorts.
they were jorts, bro.
I had long sleeves on because it was cold, and by the end of it, it was a perfectly cut off tank top.
Yo.
Showed off the guns.
I was looking like Joe Dirtman.
I had the buzz haircut, and by the end of it, I had a mullet.
You wouldn't believe it. Yeah, because I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But dude, he was the best, dude. He was the storyteller. Like, I swear to God, like, I do not know.
Dude, he was the most entertaining kid ever, man.
Like, legitimately.
And the best part is he had no shame, because he legitimately believed everything that he was telling her. Like, he had such conviction of everything.
It was like a psychological or a pathological liar, but he wasn't doing it in the sense of that he was just making his boring story
to sound
he had
so
the
epic.
Most powerful imagination.
He had so much emphasis behind it. Like, I actually envied him when he told stories. Like, that's serious. Like, I wish I could believe in something that hardcore. Like,
yeah, facts. Does anyone have a friend like that has the imagination and storytelling like our friend Mike? Please share in the comments. Share this story. It's a good story, you know, heartwarming, like a good friend. Dude. We haven't seen him in years. I mean, 20 years. Seriously. I haven't seen this cat.
And he was,
I think the last time I was like
15.
I think I was 16.
Yeah,
so I'm 35. I'm gonna be 36 this year. Yeah, so it's like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he was a good friend.
He's not on Facebook. He's not like social media. Can't find him.